Hello friends and welcome back to the channel. So I'm currently in Share Factory running some personal comparison shots, and I decided I'd go ahead and just make a video out of it and share it with you guys. I thought perhaps it might be helpful to some of you if you're looking for a grass replacer for Skyrim modding on PS4. Please keep in mind, since this was personal comparison shots, I didn't set this up in a bunch of different areas. In any case, I also apologize in advance to any mod author names that I will fuck up, and I definitely will. So first up, this is the way that Whiterun's Tundra normally looks as vanilla, to use it as a base. So first up, this is the way that normally you see my grass looking in game. This is a combination of the mods Dense Grass PS4 by Shadow Gacy, as well as Natural Lighting Aesthetica in LA, which is by Main 1. And I have these two combined. Dense Grass makes it a lot thicker here, as you can see, and Natural Lighting Aesthetica does many things, but one of the things that it does is it colors the grass in Whiterun's Tundra here green, which in my opinion looks a lot better. Now you will notice, of course, that towards the background back there, that the grass is not rendered, and you can still see the dead looking grass and over near the mountain. Unfortunately, that's not going to change with any of them that I've tried. I do believe that is because I have just a vanilla default LOD. There's not really any mods that on PS4 that really work for LOD. There's a couple of authors, but they're known for dirty edits, and I'm not going to try those mods. Any case, next up is the mod Cathedral Landscapes Grass Only PS4 by Dr. Geppetto, and this was uploaded to PlayStation by Brahes26. Now, this looks absolutely amazing to me. Don't get me wrong, though. I also think Dense Grass with Natural Lighting Aesthetica looks absolutely amazing, but one of the first things that I noticed as soon as I did this, even before coming here in the Share Factory when I was in game, is how thick the grass looks everywhere. It does blend in a little bit better back there, you can see, but just the individual way they're kind of swaying in the wind there, for some reason, it just looks really good to me. I was really impressed with this, and now I do want to make it clear that these are just like really early tests, so I don't know how this is going to function crash-wise and what have you. However, each of these did disable perfectly fine, so don't have to worry about corruption, or at least I didn't have any off of them. Any case, this looked absolutely fantastic, and I definitely want to test this mod more in general. And I did want to see, though, because I shut Natural Lighting Aesthetica off for this test, and NLA, I like that it adds highlights to the mountains that makes it look like snow is appearing on them from further away, and it also adds some other things in that I like. So I was curious if it would be compatible with this or not. So this is that comparison test with Cathedral Landscapes, Grass Only, and Natural Lighting Aesthetica, both active, and I was happy to see that they both functioned fine together, at least standing still here in the field. Again, I do have to do more testing, moving around and stuff, but it didn't affect in a negative way the look of this Cathedral mod. Also, for the remaining test, I did shut Natural Lighting Aesthetica back off. I only wanted to see because when I seen this, I thought this is one I'm going to definitely test more, because again, I just really like the look of it, and I wanted to see if it would run with NLA or not. So next up is definitely a mod that I'm going to fuck the name up on. They'll be placed on screen for you, though, along with the mod author that ported them. Legendary Grass mod, PS4. Yeah, I have no idea how to fucking pronounce this. It was ported to PlayStation by mod author Moore's Umbra. This one, I am not a fan of. I'm going to include it because some of you probably will be, so to let you see it because I did test it. But in my opinion, the grass, even though it is green, it's way too dark. Also, the way that it's like laying down there, I don't really care for. One positive, though, I'll say is like the individual strands of grass are very impressive if they'd be sticking up. Yeah, I think it would look better. But for me overall, this one, definitely no. Dense Grass and Natural Lighting Aesthetica, I much prefer to this. And Cathedral, I'd say just from the little bit that I saw, equally with that. Again, I'm not replacing as far as saying that all of a sudden I like that Cathedral one more. I like it, I'd say, just as much just off of what I saw, the little bit that I saw of it. But I still absolutely love my original combination for a grass mod. So, getting back to Cathedral, because I knew I wanted to test it more, and I wanted to see, because it was supposed to have something in the mod description about covering the LOD with more grass or something back that way, and as you can see, it isn't really doing it. It appears to be a little bit, but it did say something in the mod description about that it could be broken by certain like weather and lighting mods, and because I have a custom built rig, so with a lot of precautions that I took to be on the safe side, I decided to test it with the mod that it suggested that was made for it, which was Cathedral, Weather, and Seasons, which is this comparison shot. I included it in my custom lighting rig. I shut Obsidian Weathers off. Luckily, apparently Obsidian Weathers is a part of this Cathedral Weathers mod, and so it didn't make any change to my lighting rig as the colors remain the same. And also, it's something that I do want to take a look at more so at nighttime. It had a very pretty night sky, so I kind of want to look at it a little bit more because it does have several things included with it. So if you happen to be using that mod, you'll have to definitely read the mod description, as you do with any of these. But in any case, I do want to test that more and see how it is. It did uninstall safely as well, at least in my initial testing of it. However, it will require more testing and more times of me disabling it before I call it safe to do so. Now, one thing to keep in mind is that the Cathedral mod for adding the grass did say that it had something to do with blended road textures or something, so I did not know if it would be compatible with the mod Real Roads, so I'd shut that off, but I wanted to see if it was going to change the roads in any way from vanilla, so I ran a couple of comparison tests there, and I found that the roads are actually the vanilla roads with just the Cathedral Grass mod active that you can see here in this shot, because if you take a look at the mod Real Roads, which was ported to PlayStation by, I think, under the name Lux D Rice, because he has several names, so I'm trying to think which one it is. That one, as you can see, you can actually see what it does. It just pushes up the vanilla rocks, but that little change makes such a huge difference because it makes them look more 3D, and it just looks a lot better. And it was compatible. I put the road mod after the Cathedral one in the load order, and it worked just fine. And so for right now, that is the end of the comparison shots. I was going to set up one additional comparison shot, but you guys have no idea how long it takes to do this, and I think Sophia was getting sick of me going in and out constantly, so she put a stop to that. Any case, I hope that the comparison shots here helped you out. Remember, this is very early testing. Thanks for watching. Take care.